Hey, welcome to English 2530. I'm your instructor, Jeff Moody. It's nice to meet you, though I know this is kind of weird to be doing this online, but I think you're probably pretty well equipped to handle online classes at this point, given the way that the world has changed in the COVID pandemic. So, a little bit about myself: I am I'm from Montgomery originally, and I am married to Mandy and have three kids: a 14-year-old boy named Ollie, two daughters, Sable and Leela, who are 11 and 10. I have both my bachelor's and master's degrees from AUM and my PhD from the University of Tennessee. Specialized specifically in English Renaissance literature around Shakespeare's era and in rhetoric. And all of that information is just a bit of an introduction to who I am and why I teach this course. I teach this course because I love it. This is some of my favorite literature to read, and it's something that really was a passion for me as I was working through school. I am not a full-time instructor, though, or working in the academy. I'm actually the chief operating officer for a local outdoor products company called MMI Outdoor, and I get to do this part-time as something that I really get to enjoy doing. And I really love these texts. I really love the engaging with the discussions with you guys throughout the semester, and look forward to doing more of that as we go through the semester. So that's a brief introduction about me, and I want to give you a quick rundown of what you can expect in the class. So that you'll know what you need to be doing each week. So first and foremost, we are trying new things at AUM in two specific ways, then that may be a little bit of an adjustment period. So first, as you know, everything has moved to Blackboard Ultra, which is it's actually a really nice improvement to Blackboard, but anytime we make improvements, I know that it takes a little while to work through the details and get some of the kinks out. So in general, what you'll see when you get to the Blackboard site is you'll see the course information, which will have this video in it, along with the syllabus and other things. That's a catch-all place for all of this and for this introductory information. Essentially, what I'm going to have you do each week is just walk through every week. You'll have the week laid out. It'll say here are your reading, here are your assignments in terms of what you need to be doing, and then here are the assessments, the things that you need to complete as a part of each week. And so essentially what you need to do every week is just click on the week and look through. There's a checklist at the beginning of each week that lays everything out in order that you're supposed to be doing. Walk through all of those steps and you'll have everything you need to get completed for the week. If you have any questions, the best way to get in touch with me is through email. My email is cmoody, CMOODY @aum.edu. I check my email pretty regularly, so so definitely within 24 hours, usually a lot sooner, because oftentimes it's just a procedural question or a quick question that I can respond to. If I need spend a little more time on it, reviewing your work or something like that, I'll let you know, hey, I need to spend a little more time with this. Email me back. So let's start there with when you get there, you're going to see this video posted. You're watching it, and then you're going to walk through each one of the steps and then email me if you have any questions. That'll be the format every week. So it's the same thing every time. By week 2 or 3, it'll just become old hat to you. For this first week, you've got a couple of things that I'll want you to do as a way of just beginning the semester. The first thing is to complete the first discussion board post, which is just an introduction of who you are. There's some quick questions in there. It allows me to get to know who you are a little bit and introduces you to the format of the discussion board. And so that we can, that'll be our main assessment throughout the semester. We have 15 discussion board posts that we'll be doing each week, or per week, over the course of the semester, not each week. So you'll get in there, and that'll let you know how the format works. And I'll provide more information as needed. If I see that there are several folks struggling with this new format, I'll be happy to jump on, do some quick videos and tutorials about how to do it. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory. However, things that are self-explanatory for me are not always self-explanatory for everybody else. And so as you have need, feel free to let me know, and I'll be happy to walk with you through it or to provide more information. Chances are that if you have a question, lots of people have that question, and we can work through those details together. So That's the first discussion board post. The next thing I want you to do is read. There's a selection from one of the older textbooks we used to use, which from Bede's Ecclesiastical History, which is a history of the English people. And it has some really good information, not just about what sort of literature is going on, which you'll see in Cadman's Hymn, but what are some of the major themes that we're going to be looking for in that. So you've got that on there. You've also got, I've provided some reading notes for you, essentially to give you a guideline as you're reading through the text. Now it is up to you as to whether or not you want to read the reading notes first and then the text, or vice versa. There's good reason to do either one. I'll let you decide which one you want to do. But if you're looking for some grounding on how to get through the text, start with the reading notes. If you want to just get the text out and read it and then come back later to the themes that I'm particularly hitting on, then you'll have that information to you as well. There is a video in there that also explains some of the key details about that, and that should integrate with those reading notes and the text itself. I don't want to tell you what to do because you are adults, but if I were to give you a suggestion on how to do this, I would watch the video, read the reading notes, and then read the text itself. That will give you a nice progression through it. Though you can do that. That information will be there every single week. There will be a video, a form of reading notes, and then a text itself. You can choose how you want to do those. The information will be there. And then there's the second discussion board post, which is asking you to, it's a very brief post. It's not graded for much, but it's asking you to start working through and selecting individual pieces of the text. In other words, finding a quote that you think represents some of the bigger themes from that text that we're going to be working on, and then putting it up there so that we can discuss it, so that your classmates can see it and see. The idea is to start thinking about that relationship between the text and the context. I think it's really a good way to start the writing process, because ultimately this is a writing class. It's going to be assessing you through writing. And so a couple of notes about how to proceed with the course information. I suggest starting early each week. Everything will be posted Monday morning by 9 a.m. If that gives you between Monday and Friday 5 days to do everything and complete the assessment, which is most assessments are going to be due on Fridays. Start early and then work through each of the processes. That gives you plenty of time throughout the week. If you wait till Friday, it's going to be a little bit too much stacked together. I will say for week 2, it's a little bit of a different format because we're still doing the shorter discussion board posts. So I'm going to have you posting more regularly for that second week. So I know that this is going to be a lot of information all at one time, and I don't want this video to overwhelm you, so I'm going to shut it down here in just a second. But I do want to give you just that bird's eye view of things that I'm looking for this semester. I don't expect that you're going to love these texts as much as I do. That's okay. What I want to see is just some honest and open engagement with them. I also don't expect that you are going to be the world's greatest writer at this point. That's okay too. Writing is just a bunch of revisions coming in and out all the time. And so you'll hear me giving you feedback throughout the semester on how you can improve your writing. Take those things to heart, because that's ultimately how you can improve on your specific grades as you're working through the semester. So in general, instead of thinking of life as in this class or this life as big, massive accomplishments that you have to complete, think of it as in a series of small steps. The course format will follow that. Just click through the steps each week and you will have everything you need. And you can come back here to these videos. They're all going to be collected down at the bottom of the Blackboard Ultra. You'll have all that information there available. But the biggest thing I would give you is walk through this course and walk through life with a series of small steps, and you're going to be just fine. Please feel free to reach out to me, cmoody@aum.edu. You'll find me extremely accessible. And when it comes to even if you're running out of time, if your schedule goes sideways, if you or somebody in your family gets COVID and life goes sideways, that's completely fine. The best thing you can do is reach out to me as soon as you can about the work that's due or that's upcoming, and I can work with you an alternate schedule. The hard part for me is when I have to track you down. because then, and if I'm having to figure out where your work is and where it's coming, or if I'm having the school do that, I have fewer options that I can use to help you. But if you communicate with me, you give me a lot of options to work with you on these things. So that's all for now. Good luck this semester, and be on the lookout every week on Monday. There'll be one of these introduction videos, a lecture video that introduces the content of the week. So I hope this is a good engagement for you, but feel free to let me know if you have any questions. Thanks very much, and talk soon.